Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is SUBCHVRGE. Today we're going to be breaking down my recharge of Bad Idea by Ariana Grande. I'm not going to be playing the vocals in the breakdown because I don't want to get copyrighted. But if you would like to listen to the full thing, it'll be available on my SoundCloud in the description below. I'll leave a link down there. And let's hop into the project file. I'll show you what I did, how I did it. Okay, so this is the project file, and I'll play a little bit for you. So that is the song. Let's hop into some of these elements here. First 8 bars are pretty much just like a vocal intro, so nothing really major happening there except for like a little bit of white noise. Bar 9, we have a few things. We have this serum patch down here, which is just a Reese bass. And I made this a while ago, which is why it's not Serum 2 quite yet. We got some multi-band dynamics down here, and then some auto chopper up into the build. Cutting out the low end, saturating, cutting out the low end again. And that's kind of what it sounds like on the build up. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of effects up here. Right? Together they sound like that. Let's hit some of the effects. We got a trap alarm. And that's being automated with Ahi's auto chopper just for some rhythm. Some white noise right here. And that same thing reversed into a riser. Very cool, very cool. Into the build-up we go. We have some drums coming in up here, a little bit of a shaker and a clap. This is a Kashmir shaker right here. Let me solo that. And the clap down here. So I have everything grouped within a group. This is the entire drums group up here, and then I have another group inside of that. Everything being cracked or utilizing this VST called crack. It's essentially a transient shaping VST. So what it does is it absolutely slams the peaks of the transients, and it's free to use. I really love this transient shaper. I've been using this a lot before I got Kilohertz transient shaper, and lately I've been using that. But I've been using crack a whole bunch, and I don't think it's talked about enough because it's fantastic and I love it. And then a little bit more gain right down there, and then we got a G clip as well, just kind of soft clipping, nothing too crazy. But we have this group within a group right here, and that's for basically the entire drop drums, minus the crashes and hi-hats and whatnot. Speaking of the drop, let's hit the drums first since we're here. It's basically just that. It's what you hear right now. Got a little perk acting as like a layer on the snare as well. Little reverb. We got a clap right here. Nice background filtered out clap. Got a rim shot right there, and then another clap up front and center. Pretty cool. And then, like I said earlier, a little crash and hi-hat combo right here. Yep. All together, again, drums sound like this. All right, and now we can move on to the effects section here. It's more of the same, just a little bit of alarm, again, rhythmically chopped up with the auto chopper, and then a riser from the intro, and another one up here too. And then that kind of pretty much repeats for the first 16, and then the other 16 we have a little bit more white noise as a faller. Just adds a little bit more, not too much. And then vocals, we have obviously the main vocal, which I'm not going to play. But we have a chant, Zaytoven chant, and then we have some, I believe these are choir voices. Yep, Omnisphere choirs. And then I also have some like offbeat chants as well. Yeah, pretty cool. And then the main juicy boy that you've all been waiting for. There's probably gonna be like 2 people who watch this. Anyway, the main bass right here is a combination. I really took a long time to like try and layer this reese from the intro in with this particular bass right here, because it's a saw bass and it's just really processed to high heaven. And so I have a secret processing rack that I am going to keep to myself. I don't normally do that, but I am going to keep that one to myself because it's pretty juicy and I like it. But again, there's not like too big of a difference. You can get away with like a lot of multi-band compression and distortion and a little bit of phasing. But anyway, from regular schmegular to juicy. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically the processing behind the main bass. And then what really took me a while, I think, was probably just essentially trying to combine these two, the reese bass from the intro and this bass right here. And I think I got them to a point where they sound at least a little bit cohesive, if not a little phasey. But anyway, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, pretty wide on the low end, which normally I don't typically like to do too much, but I feel like Ariana Grande's vocals were just so nice and pristine that like a little bit of dirt complemented them very well. But essentially, man, that's the entire reCHVRGE. It's not very technical at all. It's not very complex. It's quite literally just a real simple bass line with some drums, and it's, if it works, it works, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, man, that is the song, that is the reCHVRGE. Again, if you'd like to listen to the full thing with the vocals, you can check it out in the description below. It's down there. Thank you for checking the video out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and feel free to follow me anywhere else, at SUBCHVRGE, and the A is a V. Alright, see y'all later.